The PMP exam that you've been studying for is probably being retired here in a couple months. July 9th, 2026. That's the date. That's the exact time window that PMI is changing the new 2026 PMP exam. After that date, the current PMP is retired. You cannot take it anymore. And here's what a lot of people are missing. The PMP is getting a good major overhaul, something that it definitely needs, because let's face it, what project management looked like 5 years ago is not what project management looks like now. Just ask anyone who's been playing with AI lately. There's things that's changed. PMI has updated the exam. It is aligned now to some of these current updates that we've seen in society and how project managers operate. We're seeing differences on how it's built, how you can count your hours, which domains are involved in their level of importance for the exam. And there's also a big one on a quarter of the questions that you're going to face are now around one domain that was pretty limited before. I just got off the official PMI ATP call, and PMI announced a lot of these changes, gave us the information. And as of the day I'm recording this, PMI has now dropped the latest training material for this 2026 exam. So if you're taking my upcoming PMP exam prep course that starts in 4 days, that exam is going to be focused on the new material. So if you're new here, I'm Russ Parker, the Bearded Risk PM. I'm a PMI Authorized Training Partner. I'm an Authorized Training Partner instructor for the PMP and the PMI-RMP. I'm a retired Marine Corps officer, and then I enjoy project management, project risk management, and project leadership. And my job here is to help cut through the noise and get you certified or helping maintain that certification that you currently have. And my main mantra is proactive over reactive. And that's what this video is today, to get you proactively looking at the new PMP exam. Now, every time PMI makes updates to this exam, the speculation goes crazy. Get the exam before it changes. The new exam is going to be impossible. No one knows what to do. The new exam is just unmanageable. PMI has been announcing these changes. We, the PMI ATPs, have seen the new training material that PMI has put out there. We've already looked at some of the results of a pilot course that they put out there where people have actually already taken and passed the new exam. So this thing is not impossible. It's just as hard as any other PMP exam. It's just updated to reflect the new environment. So let's cut through some of this noise and give you the information you need, which I'm going to do in this video. Now, before I jump into those changes, drop a comment below. Are you looking to get your PMP after the July 9th cutover? Let me know, because I'm interested to find out. So let's jump into change number 1, the exam window. Now, here's something I want you to pay attention to, because I've seen a lot of dates thrown around on Reddit, LinkedIn, YouTube, all these different platforms. The current PMP exam is available until 8 July. On 9 July, this new exam takes full effect. So we're just going to call this the exam window. And that window is open. You have the clear decision on what to make. Option 1, you test on the current exam before July 9th. You have the ECO, you have the historical information, you can talk to tons of people who have already taken the exam, and you can do what you have to do to pass. But you are on a time constraint because it's currently April 14th. July 9th is only 2.5 months away. So then we get option 2, which is you take the exam after 9 July. That includes this new exam, which means you need to make sure that whatever 35-hour course you take is aligned to that new exam. You shift your studying to focus on that new exam. And we're going to talk about some of those resources later on in this video. Neither option is wrong, but you need to make sure you make a conscious decision on which window, which option you're going to take during this exam window. Not doing so is accepting the risk that can run you into a ton of problems. Change number 2 is the business surge. The business environment domain is going from a 1-digit percentage up to 26% of the exam. That's 1 in 4 questions now are driven on business environment. So we're going to call this the business surge. This is not a small adjustment. This is what PMI in the industry has been stressing for some time now. And it's what PMI has been pushing out in the MORE framework the past few months. This is the shift that PMP professionals need to start focusing on outcomes, not just deliverables. So if your study percentage doesn't account for this shift in business environment, you're already going to be a step behind. In change 3, we have new questions and eligibility. The business surge that I just talked about is not the only structural change happening to the PMP exam. PMI is also adding in brand new question types into the PMP. And you're going to start seeing AI and sustainability built into the questions as well. Because let's be real, if you're managing projects right now, you're going to have some form of AI and sustainability involved in it. So the exam has to reflect that. And PMI is also modernizing the way that they look at the educational requirements to sit for the PMP. Degrees, vocational training, they're all going to start counting. What matters the most is that you have the experience requirements to actually sit for the exam. So you're going to make sure that in your applications, you are showing that you have led and managed projects throughout the past few years. All right, real quick. If you are studying for the PMP right now and you want to get an exam prep that's focused on the new material, you got to check out one of my PMP exam prep courses. I'm going to leave a link down in the description to my upcoming course dates. One includes, I am ready to go on this new material. Hopefully you are, because it is modernized PMP material. Now for change 4 is the training gate. This one's a little more forward thinking, but it's something that is applicable and something that you probably need to know, because if you're a project professional, you're probably planning out your life a little bit. And if you're planning things out, you're going to want to understand this one. Starting in Q4 2026, live PMP training needs to come from a PMI Authorized Training Partner. Your 35-hour requirement, if you're taking a live course, needs to be a PMI ATP. This does include accredited universities and registered providers. Now you might be thinking, Russ, what about the online courses out there? The ones that are self-paced, not live, those ones are not impacted right now. And this is a good thing, because PMI can audit and they can ensure that only quality instruction is going out to students when it comes to PMP exam prep, which leads us into change number 5, the whole ecosystem of how you're going to study for the PMP. If you didn't know already, PMI has released the PMBOK 8th edition. Came out in November of last year, 2025. That is now the standard for the new exam. But PMI has also updated the PMI study hall. So if you purchase PMI study hall now, you will get the study hall questions and all the resources that are focused on the 2026 ECO PMP. PMI also has a free 1-hour training on the new PMP exam that you can go to pmi.org and you can go check that out, and it'll give you some of the details around the new exam as well. There's also a new CAPM to PMP exam prep course. So if you already have the CAPM looking to get the PMP, there's a 12-hour course that is either online or instructor led that can help guide you towards the information gap between the CAPM and the PMP. This isn't required, but it's a good resource overall. So PMI has updated their entire ecosystem to focus on this new exam. All right, so let's bring this all together. 5 changes. Here's your decision tree. First up, where are you with your PMP exam prep? If you're testing before 9 July, lean into this exam window and knock it out before then. Because there is a risk always that you're going to fail. Not because you don't know the material, but there's a lot of environmental factors that can go into that. And if you fail taking the exam at the end of June, there's going to be repercussions if you can't schedule it before that cutoff. And number 2, if you are early in your preparation study journey, then you need to adjust towards this new exam, focusing on that business surge around business environment and also focusing on the new structure of this exam, which your best bet is going to be to lean on the PMI Authorized Training Partners right now because they have the most up-to-date information that PMI has provided that will guide you towards this new exam. All right, drop a comment below. Are you looking to take the exam before the 9 July cutover? Are you just starting and you know that you're going to take the exam after 9 July? If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the Bearded Risk PM for more information on project management, project risk management, project leadership. Stay motivated, stay dedicated. 44 Risk PM, out.